and my horrible typing skills. Let me explain to you what happened. It was my junior year in high school, and I was in a typing class. I know you all don't maybe have no classes like that, but we did. There were just rows and rows of typewriter writers on individual desks that we had to sit on. The teacher would walk up and down the aisle yelling out things that you needed to type. AFDS space, AFDS space, semicolon, LJK, LKJ space. See? Just yelling out the things and yelling out words that we were supposed to type without, mind you, without looking at the keyboard. What would I do when she walked by? Sometimes I would look at the keyboard because I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be a doctor. I'll never need to know how to type. I'm going to have people that does that for me. Or do that for me? Whatever way. This is not a skill I needed to know. Boy, was I ever wrong. Now, as a doctor, we don't handwrite our notes like when I first started my training. We have to enter everything into the keyboard. We have to type it all in. And let's just say there are a few typos. When I was in undergrad, I applied for a job to be a secretary, and part of it, I needed to do a typing test. How many words a minute you could type? I think I probably had maybe 50 words. Is that a lot? It don't matter if it was a lot or not. Every single word had a typo. I was horrible. Needless to say, I did not get the job. Back to McDonald's you go, my dear. I was working at McDonald's. Like, I was not going to escape them golden arches quite yet. It wasn't done with me because I could not type. I decided that was not a skill I was going to need years and years before, and boy, was I ever wrong. Listen, Wisdom Teethingers, here's what I need for you all to do. If you're there, spending time in something, having the opportunity to learn it, don't blow it off. You never, ever know what is going to happen in the future, what opportunities you're going to need to utilize some of these things that you may be blowing off. Wisdom understands that you don't know the future. And if you're there spending your time in this place, in this typing class, learn how to type. If you're there spending your time in this algebra class, learn how to do algebra. Don't ever say, oh, I'll never use that a day in my life. That is what stupidness does. Stupidness is trying to look into the future and say, oh, I'll never need it. It doesn't matter. You don't know. It doesn't matter and you don't know. You're there right now, spending your time, having to be there. Learn as much as you can from that situation. And that's all I have to say about that. Listen, remember, there's wisdom and there's stupidness. Choose wisdom. And of course, show me your brightest, show me your best, show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets theirs look like stupidness.